Hello people that how's it doing? Sorry I'm like this because my head's a bit light as you can see from the last video. So that's what like this. So forgive me if I do sound a bit off. Um just to say to people, people have often asked over the years, people have often wondered, like when Cavan was playing Donegal about 6 months ago, can't remember what it was for, but it was for something anyway. I think it was Dutch Championship if I'm right. I might be wrong, can't remember, but I remember when they were playing Donegal. And you might not know this, but Cavan people get on, Donegal and Cavan people do get on very, very well. More the Monaghan people in Monaghan, Cavan and Donegal do get on well because, a lot of Cavan people do go on holidays to Donegal. You might not think that, but a lot of people do go to Donegal, to Bundoran especially. A lot of people from Cavan go to Bundoran. And there used to be a pub actually in Bundoran called the Cavan Bar or something like that back years ago. Um, back, no, it's not that long closed, it's closed down now unfortunately, but it's still the sign's still there. It's still there. In Bundoran, as far as I remember, last time I was up, it was there. That's a few years ago now, but it might have been bought up by that time. Not by now, anyway. But yeah, Cavan Donegal people do get on very well, and it's very evident to see in them when that match was played. Cavan people were shaking hands with the Donegal supporters in the crowd, and we're all going to the pub together and everything. It's very evident, even though the Donegal people were buying other drinks and the Cavan people wouldn't buy a drink. But sure, yes, that's the Donegal people knew that anyway. But Cavan people and Donegal people do get on very well, more than Monaghan and Meath. That's something that you notice. When you're a Cavan person, you do get on very well. Especially when I was up in Bundoran, I stayed up in Bundoran for a few nights, a few years ago, and then I stayed up in Letterkenny or Lifford. It was some place there. Anyway, went around Donegal, the Wild Atlantic Way as they call it now. So. They do get on. People in Donegal are very friendly towards Cavan. They like like talking to Cavan people. The further north you go up to Donegal, up to Donegal from Bundoran up to Donegal, the more you well liked you, and the more questions they ask you about Cavan and this that. And they always say, "Oh, you're not gonna spend much." I can still remember one of the shops I went into. I think it was in Donegal town. Or was it Bundoran? Could have been Bundoran. Anyway, I can't remember. It's either in Donegal or Bundoran. I can't confirm. I can't remember actually. I think it was Bundoran. As far as I remember, it was Bundoran. But sure, Jason, look here. So we went in, me and my mother, and sure, Jason's well, this is when I was a lot younger. This is not the few years ago I was in Donegal. It was when I was nearly 10, I suppose. That's the first time. But to Donegal, and obviously went around Donegal. So went into the shop. I'm positive it was Bundoran, but it might be Donegal town. I don't know. But stop judging me. Stop judging me. But yeah, I remember going in, and this person, there was an older gentleman behind the counter. And he was like, "You're not gonna spend up," because you're definitely a Cavan person. And sure, Jesus, at the time, if that was now, I should Jesus, if I going on, but sure, Jesus, look at here, should we say nothing? We say nothing or you hear more has to say. But anyway, we got on well, no offence, but we did get on well, and we bought a good lot of stuff in the shop, and say the lady probably took a stroke. But anyway, I said that man probably even saved the money and put it up in a print and everything behind the shop, saying, "Cavan man spends money." The words come to an end. But sure. I didn't know what up. The further north you go up to Donegal, people very much like Cavan. People are very fond of Cavan. Like, we got a taxi in Lifford. Can't remember, we're going outside, someplace outside Lifford. In Donegal. Can't remember where, for the life of me, can't remember where it was for. But anyway, the taxi driver was very nice. Very friendly. Like people, love going to the matches in Cavan. When Cavan's playing Donegal, such as he said himself, it's such a friendly atmosphere. Not much fights going on, thankfully, but it's such a friendly atmosphere. It is a friendly atmosphere. You can see that in the Donegal game. A lot of people in Cavan and in Donegal were very hand in hand. The two of them won that adamant to win. The two of them were kind of very friendly with each other and being very nice with each other in the field. Letting each other score and being very friendly, not being very harsh and start battering everybody around the field. Like as we would do if we were playing Meath. But Meath probably beat us. But anyway, so just look at you have to be bet by somebody. If not yourself, you have to be bet by somebody. Famous quote from Major Lowe. But so yeah, but Cavan people didn't go people do get on well, and people some people outside of Cavan down Kerry, Cork, they wouldn't believe that. They'd be like, what? They'd be like, Cavan people, Donegal people get on well, because you think Cavan would get on well with Lockwood or Westmeath or counties that border with. But Donegal doesn't border county because it's not bordered by Cavan because it's stopped by Leitrim's in the way. And not literally, but well, literally, but you know, we do get on well. We do get on well, and obviously Cavan does get on very well. Cavan people do get on very well with Leitrim people too. They're the two counties, and obviously Monaghan. We're BFFs with Monaghan. We are actually BFFs with Monaghan, because the two of us are very close, and we're basically combined into one. Because people from Monaghan have to go down to Cavan for operations and things like that, and people from Cavan have to go up to Monaghan for operations and things like that, because there's no logic in the system. And then obviously we're governed under one Garda conditions, Cavan, Monaghan, Garda district, and obviously everything's Cavan, Monaghan, ETB, education board, everything else is basically Cavan, Monaghan account for two boroughs and two boroughs basically. But anyway, just thought to share that. But anyway, thank you for watching and subscribe for more, and bye.